Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today we will be reviewing another Slapped Hand video. It is called Camera Catches Something No Human is Supposed to See. And with that, let's get started.
In October 2024, TikTok user Johan Wan shared some chilling CCTV footage that's leaving viewers thoroughly creeped out. According to his post, it had been an ordinary, albeit rainy day working alone inside a quiet store. That's when something eerie happened. Suddenly, Johan felt an unexpected weight tugging at the back of his jacket. Thinking someone had thrown something at him, he quickly spun around, but nobody was there. Confused and uneasy, Johan decided to review the store's CCTV footage to figure out what had just happened. Clearly visible on the security cameras, Johan's hood and even the fabric of his shirt are unmistakably tugged backward by an unseen presence. Though the pull appears gentle on camera, Johan describes the sensation as surprisingly strong and undeniably unsettling. Since the footage appeared online, commenters have speculated widely, many convinced this is genuine paranormal activity caught on camera. Skeptics, however, are struggling to explain the mysterious pull logically, leaving this eerie footage entirely unexplained.
Well, looks like Slapped Hands done start us off with a good one right here. Now this is pretty interesting to me. I mean, he's sitting there, we see him all alone, doing something with maybe some sort of, maybe setup display in the shop he's working in and everything, and all of a sudden his hoodie gets pulled. I mean, he turns real quick, so you know there's no real string attached, and the way he's moving stuff around, you see that unless somebody got rid of that fishing wire real quick, he didn't get hung up and caught up in it. So that right there, you know, you can take out that bit of like a hoax type thing, you know. So there's no fishing wire that done pulled on him and everything. Now it just reminds me though of a story I got. So I was traveling and it was over in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I'm not going to name the hotel or anything like that, but it was in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and you know, very historic location. So anyway, I'm waiting. I checked out of my hotel, and I'm waiting for the elevator. I have my duffel bag on my shoulder, and I'm just sitting here waiting and waiting, because you know how elevators do. They take a long, long time. Anyway, all of a sudden, I feel a tug on my duffel bag. So I spin around myself just to figure out, like, who's messing with me. I don't know anybody here. Why would they sit there and do that? And there wasn't a soul to be seen around me. So that really kind of unnerved me. And I'm pretty sure I was looking around about like this gentleman was in this video clip here. So I mean, that type of stuff does happen, and it is very forceful. I mean, it felt like somebody was trying to pull my duffel bag off my shoulder. That's how much that, you know, the pull on it was to me. So I can understand his situation and how this kind of unnerved him, and him wanting to see on the security footage if somebody was playing around with him. And he saw nobody, and here we have this video. So let's move on now.
This next clip has been going viral over the past few weeks. While the original uploader remains unknown, the eerie footage was recently reposted to Instagram by paranormal enthusiast Ghost Inspector Greg. The video starts innocently enough, a family casually gathered around a Ouija board, seemingly just looking for some harmless fun. But the session quickly takes a sinister turn.
Hello, my arm's aching. Come on, we'll close it.
Dad, please.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
Pick it up.
Hold on, it's got it
Yeah,
wrong.
but you need to close it properly. Please,
Look, I
Dad.
just want to show you something on.
Dad, Kelly, no! Kelly, oh my God!
Without warning, the planchette suddenly leaps off the board, seemingly dragged away by an invisible force.
Yeah, it's fine. I know, my arm's aching. Come on, we'll close it.
Dad, please.
Before anyone can react, the lights in the room abruptly flicker off, plunging them into darkness as the clip dramatically ends.
Kenny, oh my God!
Could this chilling footage truly be evidence of a spirit making contact during a Ouija board session gone wrong? Or is it merely a clever hoax designed to go viral?
We'll close it.
Dad, please.
Yeah, it's
I don't wanna do
okay,
this
it's
anymore.
okay.
Pick it up.
Hold up, it's not even
No,
wrong.
but you need to close it properly. Please,
Look, I
Dad.
just want to show you there's nothing on. Kenny,
Kenny, oh my God!
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, I really don't know what to make of this video right here. I mean, it could be a hoax, but the way the daughter of this family is acting is real distress for her. So if they were doing something to play around and scare the crap out of them, well, by George, they sat there and actually did the right thing and scared the crap out of that little girl. But, you know, this, I'm showing the bottom of the planchette to make sure everybody sees that there's nothing there. I mean, yeah, that is a point for him, but there was movement. There was, you know, he was off camera when he first saw it. I mean, I could easily pull a string off of something off camera and be able to show you, oh, look, it had nothing on it. So I really don't honestly know what to make of this video, y'all, because I'm leaning towards it being a hoax, but just the distress that's in the voices, especially when the lights go out and everything, is pretty unnerving with it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about it, and let's move on to the next.
Reddit user ProperCellist8545 recently took to the Am I Overreacting subreddit to share a truly frightening experience involving their roommate. According to the user, although they didn't know their roommate particularly well, they'd always seemed harmless, quiet, and a bit eccentric, but nothing alarming. But things took a horrifying turn when the roommate sent a bizarre and unsettling message filled with random phrases and gibberish, repeatedly mentioning a mysterious name and urgently instructing the Redditor to run. Here's more of the chat thread here. Alarmed, ProperCellist8545 went to confront their roommate, only to find the room eerily empty with unsettling music playing on the unattended computer. Upon closer inspection, they discovered a deeply disturbing internet search history filled with increasingly bizarre queries about elves. You can see the full search history here. It's disturbing, to say the least. Terrified, the Redditor immediately packed their belongings and fled, opting to sleep in their car rather than risk staying another night in the same house. They contacted local police to report the incident, though authorities appeared skeptical and did little more than take notes. The Reddit post quickly went viral, attracting hundreds of concerned comments. One user, claiming to have experience in psychology, suggested the roommate might be experiencing a severe psychotic break or delusions, recommending the OP seek immediate safety. As of now, the roommate's bizarre behaviour remains unexplained, leaving Redditors deeply concerned for the original poster's well-being. But what exactly was happening here? A dangerous breakdown or something even more sinister? As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.
Let me just state for the record, this Redditor did the right thing if he really had this type of situation going on. With Callan saying that is it a psychotic break or something more sinister? Isn't a psychotic break sinister enough? I mean, let's be honest here. That somebody in that state is a person you really don't want to be around unless you are a certified person to handle situations like that. Let's be 100% honest. And it's a shame that local law enforcement would not take this gentleman seriously. I mean, it's sad to say that there's a lot of times where a lot of people can get harmed in situations like this if they did not leave out like he had the nice forethought to do. And it's sad that situations like this do happen to people, and some people are not so lucky to get away from this. But I will say I'm glad that the Redditor who posted this originally was smart enough to actually leave. And honestly, I don't blame him. I'd rather stay in my car than being in that house with that person. But to be fair, I would never have a roommate and I don't know him very well. I'm just saying that, and I'll leave it at that. Let's move on.
This next eerie clip shows a group of urban explorers who narrowly avoided a truly terrifying situation. While exploring an old abandoned house, the group was about to head upstairs when one of the men suddenly stops, noticing something suspicious.
Yo, that motherfucker killed you right in your head, dude.
What's his house? His house ain't up. You kidnapped.
The tripwire sets off a disturbing homemade trap, a medical crutch rigged to fall violently from the ceiling, complete with a dangerous spike attached to the end.
Yo, that would've got you right in your neck.
Oh my god, right in his head.
Yo, you got his head.
Clearly, someone had set up this sinister contraption intending serious harm to anyone who ventured upstairs. Thankfully, the explorers spotted the hidden danger in time and nobody was hurt.
Killed you right in your head, dude.
What's his house? His house ain't up. You kidnapped.
That is insane.
Yo, coming right through
Yo,
your
that
legs.
thing's got bodies.
Look at this. Look at it.
And this video, my friends, is the exact reason I say urban exploration is a bit crazy, in my opinion. I have no other words to say. Luckily, the person saw the tripwire and was able to disengage it before anybody got seriously hurt. But in this also, it's kind of strange that he did see that, unless he's had situations like this in prior exploration trips that he's done made. But this is just very, very sinister, and like I say, this is the reason why I would never do urban explorations. I'd rather explore things that are haunted locations that I know are historic value. Perfect example, Ohio State Reformatory. Also, up in upstate New York, there is the Fort William Henry. Now, I've been there as well. Andersonville down in Georgia, which was a Civil War POW camp. I've been there. Places like Gettysburg, things like that. I would love to go to Gettysburg. I ain't been there yet, but I would love to do that. But, you know, you get what I'm saying. There's other places you can go and explore and see the history of things that don't require you going into an abandoned building that could be possibly inhabited by other people that might have nefarious reasons for being in there. Just saying, y'all. So keep this one right here. I mean, it could have been set up as a way to like, hey, look, you know, this stuff can happen. But, you know, it's always best to err on the side of caution. You know what I mean? So let's move on from this one.
TikTok user Rom7 uploaded some chilling footage captured inside a public bathroom at a school. The uploader explained that they had an unsettling feeling while inside the restroom and started filming after hearing strange noises echoing around the small, dimly lit space.
I'm in here, bro, just alone, and it's like mad weird, bro, 'cause like, what if there was something?
In the footage, they carefully check under each stall, confirming that the bathroom is completely empty.
Like, there's nobody in here. You could come out and shit. I don't even know, bro,
But just as they turn around to look back at the stalls, something truly eerie occurs.
I don't know, but that shit's mad weird. What the?
Visibly startled, the camera holder abruptly ends the clip.
I don't know, but that shit mad weird. What the What the
But the footage becomes even creepier when slowed down, brightened, and zoomed in. In the enhanced view, a dark head-like shape can clearly be seen peering out from the stall door as it opens. Many viewers are convinced there's no possible explanation, pointing to the thorough search showing an empty bathroom. Skeptics, however, insist it's merely a clever prank.
I don't know, but that shit mad weird. What the What the
I don't know about y'all, but this one feels a little bit more staged to me. Just a simple fact that, first of all, this would be the perfect place to get scared in. I mean, I hope you done your business before getting scared in here, but I digress on that. But what I'm really getting at is the reason why it seems staged to me. Y'all notice that he keeps the camera panned low. So you could check for feet underneath the stalls and everything like that. Personally, in my opinion, if I ever had a situation like this, I would be opening up every damn bathroom stall in there to make sure nobody's hiding on top of the toilet seat, you know? Because I've seen countless movies in which somebody's hiding from somebody in the bathroom, and they step on the toilet because the first thing they know, people are going to be looking for the feet at the bottom, right? So here, I feel this is staged because he's not opening up the bathroom stalls. I mean, he could be scared shitless. I mean, I don't know. But honestly, if it was me personally, I'd be opening up every bathroom stall around to make sure I don't find anybody in that place that's been in there scaring me. Honestly, when I go in the bathroom anyway, I check and make sure if anybody's in there or not and everything like that. Because sometimes it's just a little weird, especially when people are talking in the bathroom. But I digress with that. But this, in my opinion, was staged. It's really good staging, if you ask me. But what gives it away as being staged is him only looking at the floor to check feet. And one of those bathroom stalls was open, but he didn't push it open a little bit more so we could be able to see if there was somebody in there or not. So I call this as being debunked from this. All right, let's move on.
Recently, some peculiar footage surfaced on Instagram via a page called Theories Now, leaving viewers scratching their heads.
That is wild. Look at it.
The eerie clip, originally recorded by an unidentified witness, shows a bright white orb streaking across the sky at remarkable speed.
That's not... That's not my camera.
The man filming is clearly baffled, repeatedly insisting that the strange object couldn't possibly be an ordinary plane, noting its unusual movements and incredible speed. He even mentions having to run inside his home to grab a camera, afraid no one would believe him without visual proof.
I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was gonna believe me. What's with my camera? Look at this thing.
Since being posted, viewers have debated fiercely over what exactly the strange glowing object could be. Some commenters suggest it could simply be a drone buzzing around the neighborhood. Others, however, remain convinced it might be something far more mysterious, perhaps even extraterrestrial in nature.
That's going way too fast. That's not...
Honestly, this one right here, I know for a fact it's not an airplane or a helicopter. The type of maneuvers that it's doing exactly is not a regular standard aircraft, you know what I mean? So, because airplanes cannot do that at all. Not even your high-powered jet fighters could even do that type of maneuverability. I've seen them doing air maneuvers before, but this right here is a little bit more like a tightly wound movement. They would have to actually do an arcing sweep to be able to do that. The speed, yes, the speed would be jet fighter equivalent, possibly, but as for being an aircraft, like an airplane or something, it's not that. Also, helicopters cannot maneuver the way that this thing was maneuvering as well. So I'm more on the lines of it possibly being a drone, just simply because of the flexibility of the movement and the speed of it. The only problems I have with that is normally the regular red and green lights that flash along with drones. I've seen a lot of drones go on and things like that, concert, like music festivals and stuff like that. You have drones that will be able to get the aerial pictures you need for however you want to sit there and advertise it. I've also seen drone movements in television and things like that. But I've even seen a drone in real life, of course, besides outside music festivals, people playing around with the kids and everything with a drone. But they have that red and green lights that will flash, much like an airplane's would. But this thing didn't have it, so I'm a little confused myself. I'm kind of leaning more towards drone more than anything. If any of y'all have any ideas, leave it in the comments, and I'll take a look at it, and I'll sit there and either we could talk about it more later in another video if y'all want, or we can talk on in the chat with it. Let's move on.
Reddit user IllDiscipline3142 recently uploaded some deeply unsettling home security footage. Captured in 2020, the eerie motion camera footage shows an unknown, unusually tall figure slowly making its way across their neighbour's backyard at precisely 2:39 a.m. The camera was positioned roughly 10 feet off the ground, and yet the figure seen on film appears to stand nearly as tall, suggesting the figure must be approximately 9 feet high. Moving slowly and unnaturally, the mysterious figure emerges from a dense, protected forest spanning over 10,000 acres, an area rarely visited due to the dangerous wildlife such as coyotes and bears. The uploader emphasizes that the neighborhood is small, private, and tightly knit, with properties spaced several acres apart. Nobody recognizes this strange figure, and the community insists that nobody would be wandering out of the forest at such an unusual hour.
This is some strange footage here, but I think we can all chalk this up to being low light resolution on this motion camera, causing a weird distortion. And it's probably maybe somebody throwing out the garbage, something like that, and it ended up looking like a strange deformity. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think about, especially how it comes popping up out of nowhere. The frame rate of it being further away, it could not capture the actual motion of them coming closer to the building that has the camera in it. So I think we can chalk this one up as camera issues. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Let's go on to the next one.
A research ship that docked in Cleveland, Ohio, has left scientists baffled after harboring a mysterious substance now believed to be an entirely unknown form of life. The strange discovery unfolded after the research vessel Blue Heron was docked at Great Lakes Shipyard for mechanical repairs. Captain Rual Lee initially noticed an unusual tar-like goo oozing from the ship's rudder post during maintenance, something he'd never encountered in previous inspections. At first, Captain Lee tested the peculiar substance to determine if it was grease or oil, but the goo resisted burning, didn't leave an oily sheen in water, and seemed unlike anything he'd previously encountered. Intrigued, he reached out to researchers at the University of Minnesota Duluth to investigate further. Microbial ecologist Dr. Cody Sheik took on the task analyzing the strange substance by extracting its DNA and comparing it to known sequences worldwide. Remarkably, most of the sequences matched known organisms, but among them was one completely unidentified genome, now temporarily named ShipGoo 001. Scientists suspect ShipGoo-001 is a single-celled organism, but its exact appearance remains unknown. It could be spherical, thread-like, or even twisted. What's even more intriguing is that this organism was found living quietly inside the rudder assembly, an area that only comes into contact with water from Lake Erie itself. While experts still don't fully understand this strange organism, they assure the public it doesn't appear to pose any threat. Still, the discovery raises fascinating questions about the kinds of unknown life forms potentially lurking right beneath our noses. Could ShipGoo-001 be evidence that life can exist in places we never thought possible? As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.
Y'all know, when I first saw this one, this is the end clip and video of this episode. But y'all, when I first saw this, I just thought that it was grease, to be 100% honest with you, because I've seen, I've worked with farm equipment and stuff like that, and that looked like grease at first. But then when they said that it was actually a life form, I was pretty intrigued with this. I mean, you think about it, over 75% of the Earth's surface is water. So, we barely even scratch the surface of finding anything in the oceans. Yeah, we know a lot of fish. We know sharks, whales, seals, what have you. We know all sorts of animals within there. But, we've barely even scratched the surface on microscopic animals and other animals, or even some of the larger animals in the oceans in general. I mean, take a look at back in the other times before, I think 2017, something like that, we've actually discovered that there was giant squids, that this was not a myth, that this was an actual legitimate animal out there in the oceans. So, if you can find something that's 20, 30 feet out in the ocean and you ain't never seen it before, and it's the first time you've ever seen it, just imagine how many smaller critters are out there that we have no idea about. This is just one of thousands, millions of animals, I guarantee you, that is on this planet that we have yet to discover. And it's really interesting to see that in the Great Lakes, on a ship, there's a life form that looks like grease. It's interesting to see something like this, and I really enjoy learning new things about stuff like this and everything. So I thought this one was a really good addition to this. I mean, it's not exactly scary. It's not, you could consider this kind of creepy. I mean, you imagine all of a sudden you sitting there thinking you're working with some axle grease, and next thing you know, you find out it's actually an animal. So, I mean, it's kind of creepy on that sense, but it's different than other videos or photos and everything like that that was that's been used in a lot of the Slapped Ham compilations that Callan creates and everything like that. So this one was actually a nice addition, and I really enjoyed it. But I mean, it's still a little strange to me just to sit here and watch this and think, hey, this is an animal. It's not something that was helping lubricate the ship by any means. But, with this one, it is the end of this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did. I mean, leave a comment if y'all think of something different than what I had said in it. We can have a nice little conversation about it all. Now, I just hope y'all have a nice rest of your day. Enjoy.